everybody, thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it as always. Another week, another vlog. This time we have a lovely Mercedes SL500. Lovely on the face of it, but this car has secrets. So we are booked in this time for a heavy enhancement with top tier Titan coatings, so it will be getting 2 layers of the mighty Vulcan. So we're straight in with the prep work. My philosophy is if we start with the dirtiest parts of the car first, there's less muck and gunk to drag into our workspace later on. So wheels and arches, we're just going to be using KKD breakaway. We've always got some devil's juice on hand if there's anything a little more sinister in there, and some tire and glue remover on hand in case those tyres are gunked up with some kind of crappy trade dressing. That will always help it break it down. On now with the exterior dirt traps. So anywhere where, especially around here in the country, you're going to get a build up of dirt, debris, moss, stuff that can grow over time if not taken care of, which this car certainly has. Again, we're just going to break that down gradually with Crystal Clean Detail A-Clean, their APC. And some soft brushes, various soft brushes, just to get into all the nooks and crannies. We will try and remove that and blast it out as best as possible. Even though this car is loved, it has been pretty poorly maintained in truth, not mechanically, cosmetically over time. Large amount of debris sort of under the bonnet and on the scuttle. Lift up the boot area, move the roof around, the folding roof around, big accumulation there as well. So it does pay to break all that down and remove it. External pre-wash now, 2-tiered approach for this, so pump sprayer with Built Hamber Surfex HD initially, just to really help penetrate the ingrained dirt and film that will be on the car. We'll let that sit for a couple of minutes, then we'll go straight over the top with some Crystal Clean Blizzard Extreme. This will help break down and loosen anything that's left. Car will not be immaculate after this stage. I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on pre-washes and foams. The idea here is remove what we can, try and break down and loosen what we can't, so that when we do the contact wash, we've got a lot less work to do, and we don't have to scrub to remove what is left. You can tell the car is already pretty clean, but before we do any chemical or physical decontamination, we're going to hit it with the Meguiar's Wash Plus. It's a different type of shampoo to others you may have seen. This one goes straight onto the mitt and it contains abrasives. This product is specifically designed to break down and remove old waxes, but it is of course a wicked good product at prepping surfaces for decontamination as well. The abrasives really help break down that dirt and film that may be left, all the stub and stuff. It's an excellent product. Kind of important this with the level of work that's going to be going on to the car, as you will see shortly. It is very heavy with the defects and heavy with the heavy defects. This job is definitely going to be one for the machine heads. There's going to be a lot of wool and microfiber going down, a lot of compounding. So let's get this surface super clean while we can, ready for that. Would you take a look at those swirls? Apologies about the clean section, as always. Sony has failed me yet again. Job one before we do any polishing, any taping, is I want to strip off some of these trim pieces. Heavy enhancement, which means a lot of compounding, so any obstacles that I can get out of the way, I will. So we'll just separate any adhesives with some fishing wire, and we'll use some basic tools and some basic trim tools to try and alleviate some of these trim pieces. Heads up, not all of them will come off. Some of them were bonded, I assume, when some of the repairs were done, and some of the more eagle-eyed of you will notice that some of the pieces had already been removed. The beauty of television is that some of this was already done beforehand, but yeah. So get off what we can, take the easy stuff off, don't risk breaking anything, get stuff out of the way, and everything is good. keep the voiceover work to a bare minimum here ideally. Let you hear the sound of the machines working and the music. So I just wanted to chip in now and say don't forget this is a heavy enhancement. So we're going to be using multiple different size machines, multiple different strokes of machines. We've got the rotary on the go. So that means we have multiple different pad styles. We're going to have wool pads for the rotary, maybe even heavy foams, and then we're going to have microfiber pads on the random orbital machines. Multiple different compounds on the go. Again, it depends how much cut, what we're trying to manipulate and how we're trying to manipulate it. And because it's a heavy enhancement, sometimes I am hitting things multiple times. Maybe you'll get to see that, maybe you won't. It depends how long the video goes. And also you might see on occasions that I'll look to be doing something strange, let's say in the middle of a work area. All I'm trying to do there is manually manipulate an isolated defect, so that might be a deep scratch, a scrub mark, something like that. I'm just trying to massage that area out and then carry on with the bigger work area. I don't want to interrupt too much, I just wanted to explain that all of the products that I am using will be linked in the description below, and if they are not available, hopefully there will be alternatives there as well. As always, any questions, drop them in the comments below. I always try and answer them as best as possible. If it's stupid, yeah, I'll probably ignore you or ghost it. But all jokes aside, I always try and answer everything that's put down there. Enjoy the video, and I hope the music is to everybody's taste. Yo, okay, going to attempt the repaired door now. Remember from the images, the top has been painted. It's it's badly swirled and scratched. It has a bad blend line right on the swage between top and bottom, and there's a couple of already picked edges where they've sanded and polished when they did the repairs. So the plan is I'm going to compound the top with the small DA microfiber pads on a compound, and then when the car's up I'm going to use the rotary with wool on this part. I don't want to take this edge just in case there's any flaky clear. I don't want to pull it off, so I'm going to work up as close as I can with the wool without touching it. And then when we refine it with the 15mm machine or 12mm machine, I will let those pads lick up to that edge to try and blend in where I have and haven't polished, and attempt to not damage the already damaged edge, blend it in a little and just make it look more OEM, if that's even possible. But it is swirly, it is bad, and I think it's going to take a lot of compounding. So I'll get myself set up with my gloves, put my headphones on, I will bring you in, and then we'll do some close-ups of these areas of concern.
don't cry. We gotta live before we die. I'll vivir antes de morir. Yeah, you're gone, but I'ma just do my best and try. Doing my best to hold up at night. Perdiendo mi mente and I feel it. Distracciones como I need it. Yeah, it hurts so much, but I need it. I need to feel it. Las cosas en la vida siempre duelen. Solo tenemos una vida. No lo pierdas. Si necesitas llora, llora, llora. Las cosas se mejoran. La vida no llora por ti. Me rompió el corazón cuando te fuiste de aquí. No sé si me está escuchando o si me está viendo a mí. Vamos a brindar 25 tequilas por ti, para recordar los momentos que pasé junto a ti. Y siempre hay pensamientos de ti. Mami siempre llora, pero ella está en tus manos, celebrando en tu alma siempre. Pero todavía lloro por ti. Perdiendo mi mente and I feel it, feel it. Solo tenemos una vida. No lo pierdas. Si necesitas llora, llora, llora. Las cosas se mejoran. La vida no llora por ti. It's the hardest pill to swallow in the moment. When I'm looking at you, time stops and it's stolen. Praying you will come back, but I know it's just a minor delusion. I'm losing. Pero tenemos que seguir hasta que no podamos. Yo nunca lo olvidaré porque yo sé que te amo. Me duele perderte, duele perder. Perdiendo mi mente and I feel it. Distracciones como I need it. Yeah, it hurts so much, but I need it. I need to feel it. Las cosas en la vida siempre duelen. Solo tenemos una vida. No lo pierdas. Si necesitas llora, llora, llora. Las cosas se mejoran. La vida no llora por ti. Perdiendo mi mente and I feel it. Distracciones como I need it. Yeah, it hurts so much, but I need it. I need to feel it.
And it's a religious impulse of its own. Nature worship is a religious impulse. So
Do you think it's also there's a financial aspect to that as well, because it's an industry?
yeah, look, any of these things become so self-perpetuating industries. There's always a problem with any activist group, which is, do they actually want to solve the problem with this?
Yeah,
That's very actually solving problems is bad for fundraising.
it's kind of ironic.
But look, I even say look, most of this is not. I would not even say most of this is bad intent. I think most of it's just people have an existing way that they think about these things. It's primarily emotional. It's not primarily logical.
Do you know someone that I would be able to talk to that is like the best proponent of nuclear energy that can lay it out?
Yeah, let me two go. So Stuart Brand would be the sort of godfather of the environmental movement, who I'm sure would talk about it. And then there's a young founder who I know, an IT engineer, who I'll give you his information.
I'm gonna write this down. So Stuart Brand is one of them.
Stuart Brand is So Stuart Brand is on sort of the one side, environmentalism, and then older generation. A lot of experience in this issue.
And Stuart Brand is the guy who is an environmental activist, or at least advocate, and is pro-nuclear.
He was one of the original environmentalists that we would sort of consider. He ran this thing called the Whole Earth Catalog that sort of brought a lot of modern environmentalism into being in the 60s.
Is there any reasonable person that opposes that? Who has convincing arguments?
I mean, they're a dime a dozen. Like, that's the rest of the movement.
But reasonable.
I don't know.
Right, do they have like some sort of an answer?
I would defer to. My experience is they jump to a different topic. You get to what the actual underlying goal is, which again is to shrink human population. And then I'll give you I might tell you about who's an expert on nuclear who has this new design.
Okay, who's that guy?
It's Brett, B-R-E-T. Kugelgel, K-U-G-E-L.
Bretekugel.
Yes, M-A-S.
He sounds like the perfect guy, right? He already has a podcast.
So he started this podcast. He's in the nuclear industry.
Layer 1 of Titan Coatings Vulcan going down. I am on record multiple times saying that I believe this to be the best all-around ceramic coating available today. Titan Coatings does have a more dense, harder coating in PX10 and perhaps a more functional coating in Hydro TX145, but neither will last as long as the dual layer system of Vulcan, so this for me is the one. As you've seen, it is a bit of a pig to apply in truth. Timings are critical. It's not so bad if you have your timings right, but the penalties for getting the timings wrong are massive. So small work areas, softly catch your monkey. How do you eat an apple? You eat it a bite at a time. It's exactly how you apply Vulcan, you apply it a bite at a time. The owner of the car will get many years protection from this product. Low maintenance, omniphobic results. I just think that from an owner's perspective, this is where it's at. This is the coating that will absolutely be going on my car when I finally get a chance to do it. It may go over a base of PX10. We will have to see, but it will definitely be dual layers of Vulcan.
Which is how much of that is induced by American demand.
Yeah.
For things like cocaine. So this is where the morality questions get trickier.
Yeah.
Which is like, what have we actually done? Now there's another argument on the I'll defend Foxconn. There's an argument on the other side of this that actually no, it's good that we've done this from an overall human welfare standpoint, because if you don't like the Foxconn jobs, you would really hate the jobs that they would have been doing. The only thing worse than working in a sweatshop is scams.
Yeah, I think most of my funniest friends are not actually like in entertainment like that. Yeah. They're these snipers, man. Like every single day, at any given moment, they're about to say something, something's about to come out of their mouth, and everyone's gonna be like, bah! Like, yes. And they're not like, they're regular people.
Yeah. That's why they're so funny.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to perform. They're just actually being themselves, which is funny, and they enjoy being funny.
Well, but absolutely not.
Breathe. Layer 2 is so much easier than layer 1. Now we can just relax a little bit, get in a flow, and start making progress. So as you can see with layer 2, we can apply over a much larger surface area now, because it's not bonding directly to the paint anymore. We're bonding coating to coating. It doesn't have that super glue like adhesion to it. And of course layer 1 is starting to repel layer 2, so removal is also a lot easier at this stage. Still using 3 cloths, still minding my P's and Q's, just much nicer. I consider layer 2 an insurance layer. Yes, it's going to add slickness. Yes, it's going to add durability. Yes, we're finally going to get the chemical resistance that is offered with this product. But for me, this is just a chance to treat the panel as a whole and get one nice, slick, full panel.
Sure, yeah. Like they were, like say if you got hurt, you would
Workman's comp, that kind of stuff,
The guys were working under the table, and so they would take photos of them and catch them lying and stuff like that. But there was one guy that his wife was getting plowed by this bodybuilder. And he kept wanting my friend Dave to take pictures. He would say, "Listen, you sick fuck, you know what the fucking deal is. You know what the guy's doing. We're done here. I'm not gonna fucking take pictures, you weirdo. This guy fucking your girl. You need to take those pictures. You take
He has no standards. He's not just gonna go and hand that.
Dude, he was hilarious. And he never did say that. If that guy ever went on stage, he would have fucking murdered from the moment he went up there. He was just like this really funny Irish guy from Boston. Just fucking funny all the time.
Yeah.
He was the guy that, like, when you're eating dinner, he was the one who would crack in with something and everybody would be slapping the table.
Yeah.
He was just there.
So I guess that, you have to have some sort of